Welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining this presentation, this webinar that we organize, the scope of the DigiMedFor project. And so today we will gonna talk about ecosystem services that we work in Catalonia, Spain, which digitalization tools we used or we developed, and also the replication activities in Tunisia. So once again, thank you for joining this presentation. So I will give the speech firstly, welcome and introduction of the project of DigiMedFor to Luigi Saulino, the coordinator of DigiMedFor project from UNINA. So please, Luigi, feel free to share your presentation. Thank you again.
Thank you, Burju. Good morning at all. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a few seconds. Okay. I can share just one moment. Okay. Are you seeing the presentation? Please confirm.
Yes, but not in presentation way.
Yes, one moment. Okay. So there is some noises in the background and in my phone. So if you can remove that. So good morning at all. I'm Luigi Saulino, and thanks to Burju for the presentation, for the introduction. So just a few minutes to introduce the project and the activity inside the project. I'm a forest ecologist at the University of Naples at the Department of Agricultural Science. And today I'm here as a project coordinator of the DigiMedFor project. So the project started in 2023, and now we are in the last year of the project. The activity inside the project is focus the attention on the tools and technology system to in the developing of this technology system for management, for sustainable management of Mediterranean forests. The project is funded by European Union under this goal, this just to harness the revolution, the digital revolution, and this forest sector, but in European countries. So we are a lot of there are a lot of beneficiaries inside the project. We are 21 from 11 countries. The majority of the participants to the project beneficiaries come from Mediterranean area. And
just a moment, Luigi. You are not sharing your presentation like a presentation mode.
No, but I am in the presentation mode now. Why you can't see?
No, we are not seeing.
We only see the first slide.
But I'm going. One moment. I tried to share it again. Sorry.
Sorry for technical problems.
I share my total screen. Then, yeah, you are seeing my screen. And here, are you seeing now?
Yes.
Please confirm. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. This is just to summarize. These are the consortium. We are 21 beneficiaries from 11 countries around Europe, and also extra European participants from Tunisia, Turkey, and Ukraine. So what is just to summarize something about the context and the objective of this project, because we are working on sustainable management and we are trying to to support sustainable management with digital tools and technological systems. We focus on Mediterranean forest resources, and we know that this context is present different opportunities and problems related to management of forest, to the inventory of forest wood, and also to some problems related to supply chain in this area. One of the majority of the problems are related to the forest, because in the Mediterranean area usually the forests are spread on steep slope mountains. So that is one of the first problem in this in our area. So, but inside this project, we are trying to support the management of forests with digital tools and some guidelines to certify the product and the ecosystem services that forest provides. So there are three areas of the project where we are going to develop some digital solution. The first one is related to the monitoring and inventory system. The second is related to the wood resource, and we are trying to trace and also to qualify the wood. And inside these areas, there is also the attention to ecosystem services as a product provided by forests. So, and the last one is related to the planning models and also to decision maker process. So we use the information from monitoring for inventory and for qualification of wood and assessment of ecosystem services to use in decision making process about forests. So what is the idea behind this project is related to the connection between technology and the stakeholders. So that is the idea to try to connect forester and people that work inside forester and digital expert, and trying to create a bridge between and also fill this gap inside this sector. So we have different objectives inside this process. One is to increase the inventories and also the digitalization of this inventory at forests of different forest attributes related to Mediterranean area, but at local scale. So we think that a good inventory starts from the knowledge of the forest from local stakeholders and local managers. So there is also activity related to traceability of wood, and this is to trying to cope with illegal forest logging, and also to optimize the certification of a sustainable management. And also in these cases, today we are going to discuss two guidelines for certification of ecosystem services. So there are also activities related to optimize the management of this forest through the use of some knowledge information system, and also to support the decision making process to tools that help to visualize and to simulate forest intervention inside forest. So that is just to summarize the activity of the project. So there is how we are organized inside the consortium. There are different work packages. We have seven work packages from management to dissemination and communication. So what is important in this here? So in this part of the project related to the activity inside the pilot site, we had already two pilot sites, one in Greece and one in Italy, just 1 month ago, and then we will have additional pilot in Spain, one in Sequestration and one for CREAF, and this is the opportunity for us to meet stakeholders and to explain what is the usefulness of this technology, and also we need in this cases some feedback from stakeholders to improve these technologies. So this is the for us is a great opportunities. So there is also additional replication sites in our project where we are going to apply the developer tools and have also in these cases additional feedback from different countries, from Croatia, France to Tunisia, Turkey, and Ukraine. So that's all from my side. I think that now it's time to show what we have done until now. So now I give the speech to Bourgeois to explain the activities of today's. Thanks
Thank
all.
you, Luigi. Thank you a lot for your presentation. It's amazing. We are gonna go ahead with presentation of guidelines that we created in CREAF. So we will talk storytelling about our demonstration site pilot in Catalonia, Spain. So are you seeing my presentation?
No.
Not already.
Just a second. Do you see it now?
Now.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna talk this story that the behind and everything, that's how we are arrived this point. So first of all, so the webinar is about ecosystem services digitalization, but for me, I would like to make a question: why digitalization of ecosystem services? So there will be a lot of answers. First, I would like to say, imagine a forest manager wanting to know how thinning operation would affect the carbon storage or soil quality or etc. some other ecosystem services in a forest. But let's say they would rely on the manual or let's say traditional data, which is slow and limited. So digitalization allows us to simulate this in a minutes, providing actionable insights and providing sustainability. As we all know, forest comes from traditional background and complex systems. That's the reason always including digitalization as well as ecosystem services that we are getting from the forest is important to digitalize. And then to explain, our pilot is based in Catalonia, as you see in the point. And we have, so we are working with PFC certified forest. So that we have 2,140 certified forest management units. And then, so in the scope of DigiMedFor project, what exactly and how exactly we digitalize. So first, we have a platform, PFC Spain will present after me, that how certified forest contributing the ecosystem services using digitalized data. This is one thing. And then Tristima is here, application from Finland that which is really interesting app that you take a photo and you digitalize the forest. So they are also digitalized carbon storage. That is our second methods that we digitalize for ecosystem services. And then the third one that I'm going to explain, AI-powered ecosystem services platform, which is really interesting. I would like to hear later your comments. You can always write in the chat. So let's go ahead. AI-powered ecosystem services tool. So I'm gonna head to the platform to explain you better. I assume you're seeing my tool right now.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this tool, as I said, so I will tell later a little bit, but now I want to also explain you the background of the creating this tool. So of course we had objective in the project to guide the forest managers, stakeholders, forest owners, or the researcher, technicians who is working on forestry, how they access existing ecosystem services tools in Spain, in Europe, internationally, United Nations, European Commission, etc., from that they already developed. But we did some interviews and we heard that these tools are not easy to use. So then we created an AI platform with ecosystem services tools. So as you see here, we have 21 tools. So those tools are actually exist. So let's go from one. So as a forest owner, forest manager, that you want to check what kind of tools that is in the market that you can use for your ecosystem services that you have already. So you can check the level of the tools, basic, intermediate, advanced, for example, basic. If you don't want to invest too much time, so you can just, for example, use FSC, carbon monitoring, or PFC ecosystem service platform, which is easy to use, or you go more intermediate level, and then you see some other tools exist. So this is one filter you can do with our platform. And then going to the select ecosystem services, so you can just filter by ecosystem services. So you say in my forest, or when I do consultancy, or when I manage my forest, etc. So whatever purpose you want to use this platform is available for everyone. So you can say, I need carbon sequestration tools exist. So you filter, you apply. And for example, 18 tools are available inside 21. So you can just see, for example, the definition of sizes. So sizes is guideline. So here we explain why we use guideline. Exactly, not a tool that you calculate or evaluate ecosystem services, but still you can use a guideline to understand your value of your ecosystem services. And then here you can go to the web page when you click learn more to read more or how to use the tool. So this is one thing. And then you can filter, of course, by name, by again services count. So how many services? So you have a lot of ecosystem services. So you want some tool that calculates a lot of ecosystem services at the same time. So you go to you select services count. So first two of them are our guidelines, and then you go SIGEL, for example. There is 11 ecosystem services available. So you read the details and then work on it. Of course, we explain what is ecosystem services here. Of course, we also include here a manual that you can learn how to use it. So then, of course, is available Spanish and Catalan right now, and we can add more languages if someone is interested. Please contact us. We also have our contact details here in the end of the user manual, so you can always contact with us. And then, and another important thing that we would like to mention with this tool, so why is user friendly, that you can select some tools, 5 tools, and you can compare this tool. So thanks to AI is amazing. So we can see which exactly is more convenient to us to use. And so you see what ecosystem services you have. Okay, carbon storage, so you can use 3 of them. And then you see what level, okay, I don't want advanced tool because then bus ecosystem or sizes, but when your basis is different, or you want to implement this in your country, so you can get as a guideline from sizes, for example. And then you see what kind of data you need to create, so to use this tool, and what kind of limitation, of course. So if you are based in another country, Italy, Finland, etc. So then this tools is not convenient for you, or you use it the different tool. So this is a little bit of the tool that we developed by the scope of the digitalizing of the ecosystem services, but one part. So let me go back to presentation. So as I said, we did collaboration, we did interviews to understand the need. Imagine I can create amazing platform, amazing with AI, a tool, a platform that is not useful for the users. So then, sorry, but my work will go to the trash. So in this case, listening, of course, in this case, the Consorci Forestale CFC from Catalonia, they are our partner in the project. So firstly, we collaborate with forest owner. So we present our data to them and to see if it's useful for them, or they say amazing but I don't like it, or it's not useful because I cannot understand. So for us it's important to create to this platform. And of course our journey, let's say stakeholder engagement, you can put here forest owner, forest manager, researcher, interviewers, that we ask their opinion, what they are thinking about our tool. So is a co-creation. And then we did the design. Of course, we sent back again to understand their opinion, what they are thinking. And then we test this tool if it's user-friendly and if in the end it's working. So that was our process. Of course, we learned that co-design, co-creation is the really important. Repeating again, I will repeat because it's really important. You can create amazing tool, but it needs to be for the needs, for the audience that who is using the tool will be reliable for them. And then of course in good data, we use laboratory forestal data from CREAF, and then we use AI. So we all know in the current year we are getting AI in every moment of our lives. So using AI, including AI in our forestry and in ecosystem services, which is complex, is making our life more easier. And of course, engagement, local authorities, stakeholders, communities. And so this is our example. Then we will talk in the end of the demonstrations that Trestima and PhD will make a presentation. And then after that, we will talk with the replication opportunity that Tunisia and Gref is here, that they will share their experience, so how they started to do the replication in their site. And we are guiding them with our old process that we create these tools to help them to create similar platform in their country. So this is that's all. So thank you. I think I was so excited to not even present myself. I am Burcu and I work with Enrique Doblas in CREAF. So, and I'm a project manager and researcher. If you have any more question, you can reach us from email, or you can also ask your questions here. I will give the speech to Carolina Kothagan. Sorry for my wrong pronunciation. So she's from Trestima. She will talk about Trestima app and carbon storage and how they develop the tool. Please, floor is yours, Carolina. Thank you.
Thank you, Burcu. Are you seeing my screen? Good. Hello, everyone. So my name is Karoliina Kohtakangas, and I am the account manager of Trestima. Today I will be here presenting you our Trestima application and the digital solutions for forest carbon storage in Catalonia. Our digital tool for forest inventories, Trestima app, can be used for measuring forests and estimating the volume of the trees by using image recognition technology to calculate the forest parameters from pictures. This application has been originally developed for northern forests, as Trestima as a company is located in Finland. But this existing app has now been updated during this DigiMedFor project to make it usable in Mediterranean environments. That includes, for example, support to data transfer, specific forest attributes, and different tree species in the area. The system consists of mobile application and online service. This mobile application can be used for field measurements and data recording, and the online service for data archiving, editing, and sharing. This innovative image recognition technology enables quick and accurate forest inventories, as the forest measurement is done just by taking pictures with the app in the forest. So all you need is a smartphone with Trestima app, and you can measure any forest just by taking pictures with the application. As a result, the system creates a full inventory report of the forest parameters, such as basal area, diameter, height, and volume. By using this forest data, Trestima can also calculate the carbon storage for a specific forest stand. Once a user measures the forest by taking pictures with the application, the system will, of course, automatically get this tree data from the pictures. Measuring with pictures also enables faster and more efficient field work, as you don't have to measure everything manually. You just take pictures. And it also provides up-to-date objective data on forest condition, volume, and value. But still, in addition to this picture-based measuring, if preferred, the user can also input tree data manually by using the application's built-in menus, and therefore use the application as a field recorder. All needed notes and observations from the area can be recorded with the app as well. If you have some existing forest geometries as a file, for example, if you have a shape file about the forest to be measured, that can be imported to the system for the data update. For all forest stands with some forest data, whether they were measured or uploaded to Trestima, the system will calculate a carbon storage report automatically. In these pictures, you can see an example of how the tree data and carbon report is visible at our web service. So after you measure the forest, you will see the inventory report on your mobile application and also in our web service when you log in. Below that, you will find the carbon storage report, which tells you how much there is carbon in this specific forest. So by measuring the forest or just inputting the forest data to the system, you can review the carbon storage as well. So in Trestima, the carbon calculations are always done for stand level forest data. The results are shown in tons of CO2 equivalent per hectare and per forest stand if the area is known. Our calculation model is based on statistical average tree species densities and carbon contents by Forestry Commission. For this carbon calculation to function, the system needs a height model for each species to do the calculations. During this DigiMedFor project, these models have already been implemented for most of the Mediterranean species. Latest, we tested the usability of these carbon calculations with forest data from Spain. The system supported common local tree species and generated carbon reports from the forest data. So by using Trestima app, this functionality is now ready to be used in the Mediterranean forests. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolina, for the amazing presentation. It's actually really impressive that in 2025 that we can just take a photo and calculate the carbon in the tree. So imagine a few years ago we wouldn't imagine that we were using calculations, formulas, modeling, but we are getting amazing, really perfect situation with digitalization. And thank you. So right now I will give the floor to Marta Salvador from PFC Spain for the presentation of how they digitalize ecosystem services in PFC certified forest, and you will see how the certified forest contributing the ecosystem services. Floor is yours, Marta. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Luju. I assume that you can see my presentation. If not, tell me.
No.
No? Okay, then I try it again.
Now we can.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, as Burjo said, I'm Marta Salvador from PFC Spain. We are a member of this project because we think that we must go faster in the way to offer the information to the general public, but also to the private forest owner and public forest owners to measure what is happening in their forests, not only taking into account the wood, but also other ecosystem services. So first of all, I would like to introduce my organization, PFC. We are PFC Spain, but we are a member of the alliance that is PFC International, that is a global non-profit organization that recognizes national forest certification systems developed in a participatory manner and adapted to each country. So here there are the main objectives of the organization is to promote the sustainable forest management, and through the chain of custody, through the traceability in the transformation of this raw material to a product, to control that this material came from a sustainable forest. And all of that is made in a collaborative way with different stakeholders of the country and also at international level. PFC, as I told you before, has three different steps, basic steps that are the first one is the sustainable, the forest, to have a sustainable forest management. The second one is the traceability, the chain of custody, and at the end is the market, the final consumer that recognize a label to use this to recognize the process that has been done before. Let me check because I'm not sure if this is the correct presentation. Yes, this is the one. Sorry, thank you. Start again. So here is the main data about PFC international and nationally. We are very close to 3 million hectares certified in Spain and very close to 300 in a global level. We are the leader organization in forest certification, also at international level, but also at national one. So a PFC, you can find a PFC forest in 48 countries, and we have more than 30,000 companies certified around the world. So we have that. We have this. All these companies and all these forest owners are members of this effort to be certified to manage the forest in a responsible way, and these companies transform this raw material to a final product, and the consumer can see this with the logo. But we has been talking about this during 26 years, mainly talking about the products, about the timber. But it's time to put the focus in other aspects that are important for the forest, that is the ecosystem services. That is why in this project we focus in this area, in Catalonia area, where we have close to 200, this total amount, the green number is hectares, and the other one is the people, the forest owners that are member of this process, this certification process. So until now we have been talking mainly about timber, other kind of products like fruits, chestnuts, and honey. But now we have to focus to try to give this information to the final consumer, to the society, that the forest give us a broader role, has a broader role. Also have to take into account biodiversity, water regulation, carbon capture, cultural values, a lot of things that are inside this management of this forest. So that is why we thought that we need a way to show this information to the general public. So that is why we, using the data that give us and have graph and the laboratory, we put all together to give this information to the public. Because normally this information we can find in some cases in some countries, but normally this information you have to look at this information in different places. It's quite difficult to find. So that is why we create this online platform to show everybody how is this information in that kind of forest. So first of all, the important for me, the key point is to have this data collection that in this case we already have through CREAF, and we selecting some indicators. In this case, we choose carbon fixation, carbon sequestration, mushroom production, presence of bird life, and exported water. After that, we integrate this information for all Catalonia area with the certified forest, and to cross this information to have to see which are the difference between this kind of certified areas with the other part of the region that are forests but they are not certified. So we try to prove through this platform, through this tool, that the certified forest, the management that they are doing there, they give them more information about these ecosystem services. So we create the tool and we test it with the consortium, and finally we have this validation and find what are the limitations of this tool. So now we are going to I'm going to share with you this online platform. You can, when you have the presentation, you can visit the portal here. It's online. It's in the BFC website. So the first information that you have is this kind of information. What can you find in this portal? And you can find the potential values of the ecosystem services. We are not measuring each forest management unit. We are using general data that can be focused on this forest management unit. So it's not, we are not measuring them there, but we are using digital data. So these potential values in forest certified in Catalonia. What for? PSC Sustainable Forest, Certified Sustainable Forest Management is with key indicator about ecosystem services. We can focus on that aspect. So you can see in the low part of this image, you have different areas that we are measuring. So the first one is the carbon fixation. This one, if you can see here, you can select in this online platform which one do you want to see, and here you will find this I letter, and if you press there, you will find the information, the limitation of the origin of the data and the limitation of this information. So in every case, you have this information So in this case, in the carbon fee section, you can see that the amount of carbon stored in forest was estimated from tree biomass data using national models from C4INEA and national inventory in the number 4. So in this case, we can continue, and then we give you the opportunity to filter by province, and then you will have here the total amount of the number. In the green is the certified area, and in orange is the non-certified, the total amount of the region. So finally, you can see the number of plots certified and the number of hectare certified, and the average carbon fixation in tons per hectare and per year. So you can see in a very easy way the data that we have for a certified area and for non-certified area. So you can see a very high difference between them. So you can choose to filter between different regions in Catalonia, the different provinces, or between different municipalities. So you can check where you want. This is the case of carbon fee section. In a very similar way, we have carbon in the soil, and also in the I letter you can find this information calculated for more than 900 soil profiles across Spain, modeling how vegetation, temperature, precipitation, and elevation affect carbon storage in soils. And also it's the same way to show the data in green certified forests with the average data, and a non-certified area with a very low amount of this same measure. If we continue, we can go to mushroom production, and this is estimated using a statistical model that considers forest composition, structure, climate variables such as temperature and rainfall. And also you can see here that in this case, for 35 forests, we have an average of 5.8 kilos per hectare per year. If we compare with the non-certified area, we have 0.14 kilos. So the difference is quite high. If we go to the average number of per sightings, the number of sightings, this data is very difficult to obtain, and in this case, it depends on how many people go to the forest and then see the sighting. So the most visited forest will have a higher value. So that we have to take into account that for the final data. Based on citizen science data from ornitho.cat, recording bird species observed in each forest municipality. So also we can see that in general the forest certified has in this case is 2.66 number of sightings, and in the case of non-certified forests we have 0.32. And in the case of the average water exported, we have this information the data came from the forest water balance, considering evapotranspiration, interception, runoff, and infiltration. So in this case, we have a very similar case that the certified forest has a better ecosystem services than the non-certified forest. So I invite you to go to the platform and check different provinces and different areas, and then you will see this information for each case. So that is all. Thank you very much, and I give you the floor, Buju. Thank you.
Thank you, Marta. So amazing presentation. Thank you for presenting your work so that we developed in scope of the DigiMedFor project. So we are really happy to share that. So right now, we give the floor to the last presenter, who is Amari Youssef from the replication side from Tunisia. He is joining from INGREF Research Center, and he's researcher and project coordinator. So actually, the value that I would like to add here that so we have a lot of platform, a lot of digitalization of ecosystem services, AI and everything. So how they implement in their side. So how they start, of course, they start with the data, their work. So they are going there. So let's see what is the process in the side of Tunisia. So I will share his presentation. Just a second. Just a moment. Okay. Okay. So Amari, can you start? Do you hear him? Okay, perfect.
The presentation is in mode, it's not in presentation mode already. Now, okay. We don't hear you. Burjo, we don't hear anything. Suddenly we have lost. Now.
Do you hear in English? English speakers? Because the presenter making in English. Do you hear? Yeah, you need to put the English. You need to change the language to English. Okay. So you don't.
You hear me?
Technical person, can you please unmute Amari?
Wait.
Just a second, please. Can you just speak?
Yeah. Donc, bonjour à tous.
Do you hear? Translator?
Yes.
Oh. Donc,
Yeah, but translator, can you hear to translate?
ok. Donc, c'est pour moi un plaisir de partager avec vous l'information relative à notre site.
Yes.
Ça va?
So you cannot. Just one moment. Just one moment. Can you use this? Do you hear?
Ah, now, you hear me now, huh?
In French.
In French, ok. Donc, vous mettez la
But we can't
présentation.
hear.
Burjo, you are
Oui.
mute.
Maintenant, vous m'entendez, hein? Ah, je dois switcher en English. Ça va? Ah, ça va? Ça va?
No, I cannot.
Ah, ok, vous m'entendez maintenant, ça va? Ah, ok. Donc, j'ai dit bien que ma présentation donc, va s'articuler autour. Vous pouvez laisser ça.
No?
Ouais, non, non. One.
No, you can have it. Yeah.
Hein.
I can hear you. Okay. Go ahead.
Now, est-ce que vous m'entendez maintenant? Ça va?
Oui.
Voilà, donc ma présentation va
Vous pouvez
s'articuler
parler
autour.
français.
Vous voulez que je parle slowly?
Non, parlez français normalement.
Alors, je continue. Donc, ma présentation va s'articuler autour de 3 volets, à savoir donc la présentation des sites de réplication, les données collectées et mesurées, un des objectifs dédiés à ce travail. Bon. Enfin, je finirai par une illustration par des photos du travail sur le terrain qui est réalisé. Ok. Donc, le choix de notre site de réplication a été stratégique en matière de valorisation des produits forestiers tunisiens. En fait, le liège est le premier produit valorisé et exporté, presque totalement. Également, la forêt de chêne-liège joue un rôle socio-économique important. De même, un important rôle donc, environnemental. Ainsi, donc, on a choisi dans la forêt de chêne-liège 3 zones pour installer notre replication site. À savoir, donc, la première zone, mais vous voyez donc la carte, c'est donc la zone de Dar Fatma, avec une superficie totale de 1900. Avec et une superficie de forêt de chêne-liège de 1442 comme nombre d'unités de gestion 38. Yeah. La deuxième zone, c'est Chihia, avec une superficie de 3607 hectares et une superficie de forêt chêne-liège de 2500 et un nombre de parcelles donc de 60. Le dernier et troisième, la dernière, la Tbeiniya, avec une superficie de 1968 hectares et une superficie de chêne-liège de 1152 et un nombre de parcelles de 31. Donc, c'est ça. On a commencé donc par collecter les données disponibles au niveau de la Direction générale des forêts, comme la base cartographique de la forêt de chêne-liège, les Yes, les données d'inventaire de 2010. On a le dernier inventaire date depuis 2010. Et les plans d'aménagement appliqués actuellement donc, dans cette forêt. De même qu'on a collecté les données de suivi des campagnes de récolte des chaliers. Ceci donc nous a montré que donc les données disponibles ne nous donnent pas vraiment donc une idée claire sur les potentialités de cette forêt en matière de biens et services environnementaux. Donc, on a procédé à donc à la collection de données complémentaires. Donc, donc, inventaire complémentaire, détermination de la qualité du liège, etc.
Don't stop because you hear.
Ok. Donc, ici, ce sont les trois zones d'échantillonnage. On a dans chaque zone procédé à à la collecte de données supplémentaires dans 51 plots. Dans 51 plots pour la zone 1, 77 pour la zone 2 et 38 pour la zone 2. Yeah, exactly. Donc, les paramètres mesurés sont divers. Avec les coordonnées GPS, les caractéristiques stationnelles, topographie, sol, végétation, etc. Sur les arbres de chien-liège, on a donc collecté la position dans la placette, la hauteur totale, le DBH, le diamètre du haut-pied, hauteur du haut-pied, hauteur du démasquelage, épaisseur du liège, etc. Donc, donc, les données collectées ont servi, donc, moyennant l'utilisation des modèles tunisiens, donc pour les convertir en carbone séquestré par la forêt de Chaliège. Par exemple, les résultats ont donné que, par exemple, pour la partie aérienne, pour une zone où on a travaillé sur 280 pieds, chaque arbre séquestre environ 407,4 de kilogrammes de carbone. Pour la partie donc racinaire, yes, et on a 407,4 kg par arbre séquestré de carbone. Pour la partie aérienne. Pour la partie aérienne. Alors que pour la partie racinaire, on a 147 kg donc, de carbone séquestré par les racines. Avec donc un total de 555 kg de carbone. Alors que pour les lièges, chaque arbre séquestre environ 19,01 kg de carbone. Finalement, tout c'est donc comme a été donc exposé par nos collègues de Tristema, de CREAF. Donc l'objectif était de démontrer comment ces technologies donc peuvent soutenir une production durable du liège, améliorer la transparence tout au long de la chaîne de valeur forestière et renforcer la prise de décision des gestionnaires forestiers en Tunisie. Ici, vous avez une illustration donc, des travaux qu'on a conduits dans le site de réplication. Ce sont des mesures différentes, donc opérations de collecte des données. Ici, donc, il y a une partie dont on n'a pas beaucoup parlé, c'est la classification sur pied de la qualité du liège. On a prélevé donc, des échantillons pour évaluer la qualité donc, du liège récolté sur pied. Donc, cette phase de réplication donc, nous permet également de tester la traçabilité des solutions numériques développées dans le contexte européen aux conditions nord-africaines et d'identifier les adaptations locales nécessaires. Par exemple, en termes de disponibilité de données, de structure des données et de pratiques de gestion forestière. Donc, à ce niveau, je vous remercie et
Okay, thank you for everyone. Yes, so just a second. Okay. So we just arrived at the end of the webinar, but of course, first, well, the end of the presentations. So I would like to give the floor to make Enrique Doblas like quick summary, and then please at the same time write your questions to the chat. So we would like to answer your questions. So please, we are waiting to read your questions, comments, improvements, and while Enrique making summarizing the webinar. Thank you. Floor is Enrique, yours.
Thank you very much. I'm so sorry for this late time, so I will be as fast as possible. I have been rating all the things that have been said, and I have three ideas I think are the principal here. One thing, when we are digitalizing or when we are making tools for stakeholders, is to speak with them. I think this is clear. It was clear for us. It was clear for PEFC that improve a lot their tool. We are making it. It has been important for Trestima to put the tool in really into active. So I think this is one of the lessons. The second, this is a facilitation. This is for helping in the work of a stakeholder, of the people that work in the forest. So it's not to make everything, but to facilitate the work. And this is going to my third conclusion, that this is based on huge amount of data. This is the important part. We can't forget the field work and the data they are using in Trestima. They have used models. They have used a lot of data. In Tunisia for the replication, we have to speak with them a lot that they need the data of forest inventories to pass to the digitalization part. So we have to remember always that the data comes from the field, but then digitalization use models and it's a tool for help in the work. I give the floor to questions from the public.
Thank you, Enrique. Yeah, are we getting some questions? I don't see it here. Can Jay just, Davide, could you just please tell me if we are getting some questions, comments? I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing. From public, I don't see anything. Different steps to forest certification. Marta? Marta, are you here?
I lost Marta.
She was in the middle of changing situation because we have taken a lot of time and she had another seminar.
Okay, so...
But we hear yesterday a complete explanation of the process. Is what PFC do is a national certification system. So if you are looking for a certification of a specific forest, it's not the certification that you need, but they make a more reliable and certification system that can be used later for a specific forest. So they work at the governmental level, and an institution has to be the leader of this certification system. And when they have provided this national certification system, it's very, very easy to make the certification of your own stand, of your own property. And this is how they work. They have, of course, external certifiers that are not part of PEFC, neither of the forest owner, and the process is validated to be sure that the forest is sustainable, is managed in a sustainable way, and then they give you the PEFC certification to be sure that everything has been fair and clear.
Thank you, Enrique. Yes, exactly. To point out that it is how you say explain, Enrique, but at the same time, the legal process is just you became the member of PEFC International, and then you align with by the law if you can certify the forest in the country. So, for example, first you need to be a member, you need to have the organization, and then you need to create national champion in your country. For example, Tunisia right now in the replication that just had a speech, Ammar Youssef, also they are interested to build PEFC certification in Tunisia. So first the organization who will gonna work with the certification. So for their case is the national government, because the forests are public. And then second, that you become member of PEFC International. And then third, you create the sustainable forest management, enforcement, and then you create the plans, and then by the law you create national sham. Then they give you PEFC certification for your country. So do you have more questions? Please feel free to ask. For your country example, if you want to know some how to digitalize ecosystem services, that some questions or some doubts, comments. Thank you, Azizi.
I don't hear.
Okay, I think we don't get more questions. We can finalize the webinar. So just a second. Just let me put so thank you for all for your time, and we are here that if you want to reach of us, so from we are from DigiMedFor, from CREAF, and PEFC Spain was here. So if you want to send us email, you have our contact. Thank you a lot for your time and everything. Have a nice day.